Broadcasting live from the Meridics Veolia Studio Broadcast Center at Fordyce Center in Bellevue. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network. And we're only working one night this week, but we got a big doubleheader for you. Our first game features the league leaders taking on two-thirds of the defending GNASH Cup and Preds Cup champions. And then the other game, our nightcap, between two teams in a big game for Preds Cup qualification. Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian taking on Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA in our opening game. And then it's Hendersonville Beach Lawson and Independence Centennial in the nightcap. If Station Camp win this game, it assures that they will still be the GNASH leaders even after Ravenwood's game against the Outlaws on Wednesday night, because they're both only playing once this week. But if Ensworth win it, then Ravenwood have a chance to go back to the top of GNASH on Wednesday night. So we'll see how things unfold here over the next hour and a half or so, and then we'll see how things unfold between Hendersonville and Indy. All right, let's jump into pregame and go over the final scores, recent final scores, because we've got a lot to go over from last week. And first final of tonight is in the books, and it's probably the biggest game that's going to be played this week that's already done. Last Monday, Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA beat Brentwood BAUSN 6-0. Page Summit beat Nolensville 4-2. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon beat Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian 5-3. Independence Centennial beat Ravenwood 5-4. Franklin beat the Rutherford Rampage 7-1. And Montgomery Bell beat JP2MLK GCS 13-3. Last Wednesday, Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian beat Father Ryan 2-0. And Hendersonville Beach Lawson beat the Outlaws 11-4. Then on Friday, JP2MLK GCS beat Brentwood BAUSN. Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA beat the Rampage 4-0. And Father Ryan beat the Clarksville Kings 8-0. In the first final of tonight in the books, Franklin and Page Summit finish in a 4-4 tie. Page Summit were up 3-1 after 2. Franklin took a 4-3 lead in the third. Page tied it up late. Both teams are going to be pissed that they didn't win that game from the position that they were in. So here is the schedule. Here are the standings with that Franklin-Page game in the books. Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian leading at 8-1-0. Ravenwood in second at 7-1-1. Franklin and Page now both 6-2-2. After their game tonight. Father Ryan at 6-4-0, MBA 5-2-2, Hendersonville 5-3-1, Nolensville 4-3-2, Ensworth 4-3-1, Indy Centennial 3-4-2, Mount Juliet Wilson Central Lebanon. The Clarksville Kings should be ahead of Mount Juliet. They both have 3 wins, but Clarksville beat Mount Juliet. Mount Juliet 3-7-0, Clarksville 3-6-0, JP2MLK GCS 2-5-2, the Outlaws 2-6-1, the Rampage 1-8-1, Brentwood BAUSN 0-8-1. The Rampage and Brentwood have officially been knocked out of contention for the GNASH Cup regular season championship. Here is the schedule, the remaining schedule for tonight. 2 6:30 starts up at Centennial on Rink A. The Clarksville Kings taking on MBA. Here on the Terry Chris Spring in Bellevue. Station Camp taking on Ensworth. 7:40 on Rink B at Centennial. Nolensville against Brentwood BAUSN. If Nolensville win that game, Brentwood will officially be playing in the Henry Hine Cup in the postseason. And then 8:15 starts Rink A at Centennial. The Rampage taking on Father Ryan. And here on the Terry Chris Spring in Bellevue, Hendersonville taking on Independence. Pregame at 8:10 for that one. Both teams are already on the ice warming up, so we got to do pregame. We got to go over them. First up, Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian, coached by Keith Grooms. 8-1-0 coming into tonight's game. Let's look over the results of their last 5. Dating back to November 4th when they beat Nolensville 7-4. November 10th, they beat Independence Centennial 4-1. November 17th, they beat the Outlaws 6-3. Last Monday, they lost 5-3 to Mount Juliet, but then bounced back on Wednesday with a 2-0 win over Father Ryan. Here are their stats coming into tonight. Toby Mahaffey, the team's leading scorer. He has 16 points from 8 goals and 8 assists. Dom DeMaria, 14 points from 10 goals and 4 assists. Andrew Grooms, 12 points from 5 goals and 7 assists. McLean Gregory, 10 points from 5 goals and 5 assists. Merritt Freeman, 9 points from 6 goals and 3 assists. Tommy Siciliano, 9 points from 2 goals and 7 assists. Gavin Cole, 4 points all from assists. Josh Peffer, 3 points from goals. Mikey Bernier, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Bryant Waddell, 2 points from assists, and Dane Kramer is a point from an assist. On to goalie play. Carter Galise has played in 7 games. 6 of those were starts. His record a perfect 6-0-0. He's played 258 minutes. Goals against average of 2.12. 1 shutout. He's allowed 13 goals on 146 shots turned away. The other 133. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .911. Britton Watson has played in 3 games. All of those were starts. His record 2-1-0. He's played 120 minutes. Goals against average of 2.45. No shutouts. He's allowed 7 goals and 62 shots turned away. The other 55. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .887. On to Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA, coached by Tim McAllister. 4-3-1 coming into tonight. As we look over the results of their last 5 games. Dating back to November 3rd when they beat the Outlaws 7-1. November 10th, they lost 5-1 to Page. November 17th, a 6-6 tie with Hendersonville where they were up 6-1 early in the second. But then last Monday, they beat Brentwood 6-0, and they beat the Rampage 4-0 on Friday, so they outscored their opposition 10-0 last week. Let's look at their stats coming into tonight. Clayton Roach, the leading scorer. He has 14 points from 5 goals and 9 assists. Trex Hooper, 10 points from 5 goals and 5 assists. Hudson Honeybone, 9 points from 6 goals and 3 assists. Logan Green, 8 points from 6 goals and 2 assists. Austin Regal, 6 points from a goal and 5 assists. Sully Henson, 4 points from 3 goals and an assist. Logan Lakoff, 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Jax Dooner and Henry Acer, each with 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Cam Fowler, 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Lucas Tarquin with 3 points from assists. Clayton Forbes and Talon Gill, each with 2 points from a goal and an assist. Tushke owns different horses with 2 points from assists. Sam Melnikov with a point from a goal. And William Towery with a point from an assist. Actually, he should have a point from a goal because I know he scored in that first game, their first game of the season against Mount Juliet. Ruben Allen has played in 7 games. All of those were starts. His record 3-3-1. He's played 289 minutes, goals against average of 3.34, 2 shutouts. He's allowed 23 goals on 146 shots, turned away the other 123. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .842. And Matty Cox played for Ensworth in their first game of the season against Mount Juliet, and they won that game, so her record 1-0-0. As the warm-up is done, now let's talk about the scenarios for tonight. There are a lot of them. If Station Camp win this game, the Outlaws, JP2, and Mount Juliet will all be eliminated from GNASH Cup contention, and if the Clarksville-Montgomery Bell game hasn't finished by that point, the Clarksville will be out too. Clarksville will also be out if they lose to MBA. And if Station Camp win and then Hendersonville beat Indy, Indy will be out. So up to 5 teams can be knocked out of GNASH Cup contention tonight. And like I said, Brentwood will end up with a Hine Cup spot if they lose to Nolensville. The Rampage will end up with a Hine Cup spot if they lose to Father Ryan, along with Hendersonville beating Brentwood along with Nolensville beating Brentwood and Hendersonville beating or tying Independence, or Nolensville beat Brentwood and both the Rampage Ryan and Hendersonville Indy games in ties. Or in the first scenario, Nolensville lose to Brentwood, but Ensworth defeat Station Camp along with a Hendersonville win over Indy. So, yeah, a lot of scenarios on the docket tonight. Me digging out my rosters here, folks. Ready to go with the start of this one. Ruben Allen in goal for Ensworth. I think it's Carter Galise in goal for Station Camp for this first period. Ensworth carries the puck from my left to right. Station Camp from my right to left. And right away, there's a chance in the slot. Pass to the slot from Trex Hooper trying to get it to Clayton Roach, but Roach was ahead of the pass. So that's a big early chance for Ensworth wasted. Puck on the near boards at center. And cleared out. Number 48. Not sure who was wearing number 48 tonight. That was, of course, Ben Sonkin's number for Ensworth. Puck. And there's a big hit in the left wing corner of the Station Camp zone. There's going to be a penalty against Ensworth. Trex Hooper with a big hit. I think Merritt Freeman. in the left, or I don't think it was Merritt Freeman actually. Roughing the call against Hooper, so just 42 seconds in. Station Camp getting the first power play of the game. Hopefully the game sheet will be up so I can see who's wearing what numbers for Ensworth. Draws to the left of Allen. Ensworth with it. And a shot stopped and covered up by Allen. It's from Dom DeMaria, top of the left circle. All right, the Station Camp Ensworth game sheet is up. Draw to the right of Allen. Won by Station Camp, but Gavin Cole couldn't get a shot off because Talon Gill had put down the stick. Puck comes up to the left point, Merritt Freeman, right point. Now back to Freeman, who's now at the center point. Takes a shot that's blocked. It's blocked by Lucas Tarquin, and it's going to be cleared down ice by Henry Azer. No correction, Asher Warren. Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA, I should say, got all their football players back. Here's Toby Mahaffey back into the Ensworth zone, shot from the right wing side, blocked by Tarquin. Puck now on the far side, Gavin Cole. Passing across to Dom DeMaria, bottom left circle, shot turned away by Allen. Big save by Allen because DeMaria was all alone in that left circle. Minute left in the power play for Ensworth. Puck brought back into their zone. Merritt Freeman, a shot from the slot. Turned away by Allen. Puck coming around the boards to the left wing side. Freeman holding it in at the left point. Pass across to the right point. A one-timer. Looking for a deflection was Coley. Sent it past the net to the left of Allen. DeMaria on the left wing. Puck knocked off his stick in. Cleared down ice by Talon Gill. Andrew Groom sending it around to the near side boards. 30 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. Pass it to Toby Mahaffey. Couldn't reach out and put his stick on it. It goes for an icing. It was Merritt Freeman trying to stretch it ahead to Mahaffey. Couldn't get his stick on it. It goes for an icing. 25 seconds left in the power play. 11:42 to go on the first. No goals on the board. Draw is going to be to the left of Carter Galeese. Ensworth won it, but immediately taken away by Station Camp and brought out to center. Puck back in the Ensworth zone. Cleared out by Ensworth. Oh, and it just went over the blue line back into the Ensworth zone, and it was touched up by Bryant Waddell to trigger the offside whistle. Draws on the dot in front of the Ensworth bench at center. Won by the Ice Tigers. Henry Azer banks it hard off the near side glass. Bryant Waddell knocked it down, but he loses it. And here's a shot from the top of the right circle in the Station Camp zone. It's over the net. Shot coming from Austin Regal. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength. Puck was in the Ensworth zone for a moment. They clear it out. Here's Regal, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Taking a slap shot. Stopped by Galeese, but the puck leaked through him, landed in the crease and to be cleared out. It's still in the zone. Shot from the left point, and Logan Lakoff is blocked by Toby Mahaffey, who couldn't find it. So it was kept alive for a moment by Henry Azer. Now back the other way. Correction, it was Tommy Siciliano with that shot block. Puck sent back the other way by Station Camp into the Ensworth zone. Lakoff passing it off the inside of the left skate blade of Henry Azer and out of the zone. Now it's back in the Station Camp end. Andrew Grooms with it. Stretch pass up the near side, intercepted at center by Azer. It was intended for Merritt Freeman. And a shot from center had to be gloved and dropped by Galeese. Puck still in the Station Camp zone. It's behind the net. Andrew Grooms gets knocked down behind the net. Puck sent around the boards to the far side and out, and then brought back in by Talon Gill. He let it go for a moment, then he touched it up for the offside. 10-12 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Draw on the dot in front of the station camp bench. Bison win it. Cross ice pass deflected by Saxon Clements. Now here's Trex Hooper. Back in the station camp zone on the right wing side. Could not get around the back checking Grooms. Puck sent around to the near side boards. Merritt Freeman backhands it out to center. Same zone. Talon Gill gets to it. Tries to backhand it out. Toby Mahaffey in his own zone. Passes across to the far side. Now it's brought out to center. Oh, it's poked off the stick of Andrew Grooms from behind. But gathering in is Mahaffey, and he'll chip it down the near side boards back into the Ensworth zone. Clayton Roach out on the far side. Brings it out to center. Taps it up the far side boards, and he'll catch up to it just above the left wing corner of the zone. He's double teamed, skating away from the defenders, but then Mahaffey pins him up against the boards. Now the puck is behind the net. Puck on the near side. Clayton Roach up. There's a hit on a station camp player. It was Andrew Grooms. There's going to be another penalty against Ensworth. Grooms getting knocked down bottom of the right circle. Is this against Hooper again? Yes, it is. It's interference against Trex Hooper. So he goes back to the box, and station camp go back to the power play. No goals on the board. 8:54 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to the right of Allen. Won by Ensworth. They try and clear it out. Held into the blue line by Mikey Bernier. His shot blocked in front and eventually cleared out of the zone. Puck goes all the way back down into the station camp end. Galise leaves it for Bernier. Bernier sending it up the far side. Past Josh Pepper's stick. It went off his stick into the Ensworth zone. Allen playing it and put it off of Tommy Siciliano, who got in front of him behind the net, but then Siciliano fell over. Ensworth able to clear the puck out. Now, and it was on goal. Carter Galise had to stop it. And it's immediately cleared out of the Ensworth end again, this time by Asher Warren. Station camp again, bringing it out of their own zone, passing it up the far side. It ends up in the Ensworth zone. Is immediately cleared, but out of play this time by Logan Lakoff. 66 seconds to go on the power play. 7:59 to go in the first. Still zip. Draw is going to be to the right of Galise. I think this is the first face-off inside the station camp zone. So they say it went off a station camp stick and its way out. Station camp won the draw, can't bring it out of the zone. Clayton Roach in the slot as he poked off his stick, and then whiffing on it in front was Saxon Clements. Under a minute left in the power play now for station camp. Andrew Grooms brings the puck to center. Shoots it on goal from behind the blue line above the left point. Stopped and held on to by Ruben Allen. Draws to Allen's right. Won by station camp. Dom Noari up. Puck went off his skate, got away from him. Held in by Toby Mahaffey. Tried to back into the slot. Intercepted by Saxon Clements, who gets it out of the zone, but only as far as, well, Merritt Freeman grabbed the puck, backed up into his own zone, passes it up the far side. Clayton Roach beats Andrew Grooms to it. Roach back inside the Ensworth zone. He'll clear it out. Actually, no, he clears it into the netting above the glass on the near side. Trying to get it out. 20 seconds left of the power play. 7:14 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. And the draw will be to the left or right of Ruben Allen. It's going to be to his left. It's won by station camp. Puck behind the net. Oh, now it comes out to the right-hand side. And unable to stuff it in, McLean Gregory held in by Merritt Freeman. His shot stopped. Rebound. Oh, what a save by Allen. At the right-hand side of the net. Got over in time to stop a try from Tommy Siciliano. Shot from the blue line, and Freeman deflected past the net. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength. Station Camp still with a puck in the Ensworth zone. Gavin Cole sending it around up the far boards. Will Copeland trying to carry it around, but he lost it. Put out in front. And there's a shot from McLean Gregory off the blocker of Allen and past the net to his right. Gregory shooting from the right circle. Andrew Grooms brought down, carrying the puck into his own zone by Logan Green. And that's another penalty against Ensworth. And they're going to call holding against Green. So Station Camp go right back to the power play. No goals on the board. 6:26 to go in the first. Draw is going to be to Ruben Allen's right. Nope, it's going to be to his left. Won by Station Camp. Mikey Bernier, right point, passing it down to the top of the right circle. Now passed over to the left point, Bryant Waddell. Back across to Bernier, right point, back across to Waddell, top of the left circle. Waddell with a shot, off a leg in front and past the net. And from behind the net, it's cleared out, I think, by Asher Warren. No, it was Clayton Roach. Carter Galeese comes out of his net, and he'll leave it for Mikey Bernier. Bernier behind his own net. Now starts skating it up the near side. Passes across. Brought to center. Tobin Mahaffey back into the Ensworth zone. Puck got away from him just enough for it to be tapped off his stick and out of the zone by William Towery. Now it's deflected back into the Ensworth zone by Station Camp. Towery gets to it. Pushed hard into the boards in the left wing corner. And nobody has a arm in the air. I'm surprised by that. It was kind of a hard shove. Minute left in the power play for Station Camp. Trex Hooper brings the puck back into the Station Camp zone and a shot in the top of the right circle. Just misses the net to the right of Carter Galeese. Puck out at center. Brought back in by Clayton Roach, but tapped off his stick. Poked right off his stick by McLean Gregory, who sends it back into the Ensworth zone so he can go to the bench for a change. Puck behind the net, and Ensworth firing it up the far side. Or down the far side, back into the Station Camp zone with 30 seconds to go on the power play for the Bison. Andrew Grooms sending it around the near side boards. And up, stolen inside the zone by Lucas Tarquin, and his shot in the right circle is blocked. Puck coming around to the far boards, passed up to the left point, Talon Gill. Talon Gill with a shot, takes deflection, slows up near the front of the net, cleared away by Bryant Waddell, but still in the zone. Now it's in the right wing corner. Passed across to the far side. Andrew Grooms tapping it ahead. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength. Oh, and offside they go. Patrick Atmore stepping into the zone while watching Andrew Grooms carry the puck in. And an offside that should not have been. 4:21 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the Ensworth bench. It's won by Ensworth. Puck sent into the Station Camp zone on the far side. Here's Tommy Siciliano. Trying to clear it out. It's held in by Asher Warren. Now Station Camp trying to get it out, and they do. They do just get it out, but it's turned right back over to Ensworth. And it's shot on goal from center by Sam Melnikoff. Stopped by Galeese. Now back the other way. Go Station Camp. Here's Josh Peffer, right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Sends it along the kick plate to the near side. Peyton Brogdon couldn't get her stick on it. They tried to clear it out. Held in at the left point and sent back down low by Gavin Cole. Ensworth trying to get it out, and again it's held in by Colton. Oh, he almost fumbled it. Almost got past him and out. He just held it in. Now Ensworth trying to clear it out again, and they do clear it out by Melnikoff. Sent right back into the Ensworth zone, but immediately sent right back out by Austin Regal. And now Regal with it again at center, dumped into the station camp zone. Puck sent up the far boards, and Logan Green can't keep it in. Logan Lakoff at center. Drops it back into his own zone on the near side for Henry Azer, who almost lost it beneath his skates. Gracie Clark was hunting for that, but kept away from her by Azer, who's going to send it back into the station camp zone. Picked off by the Bison and immediately cleared back out. Regal backhanding it back into the station camp zone. Dominic Reitz tried to backhand it out, but held in by Logan Green. Green to the slot, a shot missed the net to the right of Galise. Now the puck behind the net. Backhanded out in front by Regal, but intercepted and cleared out by station camp. Azer could not keep it alive at the right point. Icing was waved off, so Allen came out of his net to play it and leave it for Azer. Now Regal at center, banks it off the far glass back into the station camp zone, and it ends up being cleared out of play, I think by Cam Fowler. 2:10 to go in the first, and no goals on the board still in this one. No, he's not on my roster either. Draw. Here's a shot from the slot, stopped by Galise with a left leg pad. That shot coming from Cam Fowler. Now the puck behind the net. And getting knocked down behind the net was Jax Dooner. Puck out in front of the station camp net again. Bison trying to get it out. And they finally clear it out from the near side. And there's going to be another penalty against Ensworth. Wow. And it's a hooking call against Cam Fowler. 97 seconds to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Station camp go right back on the power play. Two of the referees talking with Keith Grooms at the station camp bench. Draw is going to be to Ruben Allen's right. And now the refs move over to the Ensworth bench to talk with Tim McAllister. Two 0 MBA over Clarksville. Close to the end of the first, according to the game sheet. They may be in the second already. Kind of surprising that MBA are only up 2-0, to be honest. And what are they calling here? The board says number 2. That's Talon Gill. It's Jackson. It's Cam Fowler in the box. And I guess it was an icing against station camp. They're going to drop the puck on the dot in front of their bench. But they're on the power play. They win the draw. Merritt Freeman brings it across the red line and dumps it into the Ensworth zone. It's on the far side. And unable to keep his stick on it was Toby Mahaffey, and Ensworth able to clear it out. Freeman picks it up again from his own zone, brings it back to center. Passes to the near side. Mahaffey, and offside against station camp. Dom DeMario was over the line. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the bleachers across from the from the Ensworth bench. Won by station camp. Brought into the Ensworth zone. Sent around the kick plate to the near side. Dom DeMario with it. Takes an on-angle shot. Stopped by Allen. DeMario with it again. Passes up top of the left circle. Andrew Groom sending it to the front of the net. And Toby Maffio, what a save by Allen. He's all alone in front. Shot went off his right arm. Freeman keeps it in. His shot blocked by Trex Hooper, who felt it. Hit him right in the stomach. Puck brought back into the Ensworth zone. Minute left in the power play. Well under a minute left in the first as Ensworth clear it out. Now 30 seconds left in the first. Galeese out of his net to play it as it was cleared down ice. Andrew Grooms ahead to DeMario off his stick back into the Ensworth zone, and Logan Lackoff will clear it out. Went out of play, I think off a station can. It was off Lackoff all the way. 42 seconds left in the power play, 18.8 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board. Draws to the left of Allen. Draw is won by Ensworth. Puck whipped around the boards to the near side on it. Takes an odd bounce and goes off the boards past Bryant Waddell and all the way back down into the station camp zone. Saxon Clemens with it. Tried to pass to the slot. Lucas Tarquin couldn't get a stick on it. Under 30 seconds left in the power play. Puck out at center. Brought back into the Ensworth zone, and McLean Gregory could not get the shot off in time. And that's it for the first. Pretty good back and forth first period between Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian and Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA. They're still tied at 0 after 1. I'll be back in a few seconds with the start of the second. But if you're listening on the YouTube podcast, we're going to go ahead and jump ahead to the start of the second. Ready to start the second period of this one. Ruben Allen still in goal for Ensworth. Carter Galeese still in goal for Station Camp for the second period. Station Camp will carry the puck from my left to right. Ensworth from my right to left. Station Camp starting the second period with 23 seconds of power play time carrying over. Ensworth win the draw to start the second. Dump it right into the Station Camp zone. Merritt Freeman on the near side. Picks it up. Passes to the far side. Now sent across to the near side. Dom DeMaria hands it off to McLean Gregory. Right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Gregory fumbled it. Logan Lackoff firing it off the far boards. Held in by Andrew Grooms at the left point. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength. Dom DeMaria backhanding it behind the net. Ooh, it was deflected behind the net. Went across the front of the Ensworth cage. And now here's Cam Fowler back into the Station Camp zone. Shot on the left wing side. Blocked. Blocked by Merritt Freeman on the back check. Station Camp clearing it out. Now it's poked back into the Station Camp zone. Oh, and a big hit on Lucas Tarquin as he sent the puck into the left wing corner. Puck on the far side. And number 23, I'm not sure who that is. They're not listed on the game sheet. Intercepted by Merritt Freeman trying to clear it out. Held in at the right point and sent past the net to the left of Galeese by William Towery. Now Jack Dooner up. Ooh, Cam Fowler was in the zone trying to get out, and Dooner just brought it over the line. He was moving along the line and put his skates over, so offside. 12:44 to go in the second. Still zip. Drawing the dot in front of the Ensworth bench. Logan Lackoff, okay. Well, then who's wearing number 48? Logan Lackoff is wearing number 23. Then who's wearing number 48? Here's Toby Mahaffey with an on-angle shot inside the Station Camp zone. Bottom of the right circle, stopped by Ruben Allen. Now the puck back in the Station Camp zone. Tracked down on the far side and passed across off the boards, and now it goes to center. Sent back into the Ensworth zone. Toby Mahaffey catch up to it on the end boards. Carries it around. Now it's brought to center and poked away. Sent back down the ice on goal. Ruben Allen with it and clears. And here's Trex Hooper bringing the puck out to center on the far side. Hooper poked off his stick on the back check by Gavin Cole, who sends it around to the near side. And now a poke check and a steal inside the Station Camp zone by Clayton Roach. And there's going to be a penalty against Station Camp. Puck behind the Station Camp net. Backhanded up to the right point. Oh, and Saxon Clements couldn't keep it in the zone. It went past him and out. Net is empty for Ensworth as they have the extra attacker on. Clayton Roach brings the puck back into the Station Camp zone. Double teamed and pushed into the boards and finally touched up in the left wing corner. And interference will be the call. And who is it against? It's Merritt Freeman. So that's first power play of the game for Ensworth. No goals on the board. 10:50 to go in the second. Draw is going to be to the right of Carter Galeese. Draw one by Station Camp. They couldn't clear it out of the zone. Clayton Roach left circle, a shot off a skate, comes up to the top of the right circle, and a shot stopped in the rebound, sent over the net from in front by Hooper. The initial shot came from William Towery. Here's Towery again at the right point. Passing it over inside the left circle. Oh, Clayton Roach stumbled a bit, and that causes him to lose his balance enough for Bryant Waddell to clear the puck. Ensworth with it again. Oh, but Andrew Grooms smacks away a cross-ice pass attempt. Trex Hooper now brings the puck back into the Station Camp zone. Leaves it for Saxon Clements. Now Hooper tried to pass it back up to the left point, but Towery watched it go past him to his right and out of the zone back into the Ensworth end. Picked up at center by McLean Gregory. He has to dump it back into the Ensworth zone because Bryant Waddell was still inside it. Or correction, Tommy Siciliano was still inside it. Under a minute left in the power play for Ensworth, and Siciliano with a hit on Towery. As the puck is brought back into the Station Camp zone by Roach. Clayton Roach round the back of the net, tries to wrap around. Oh, and hit the out. He had the right-hand side of the net wide open in his wraparound attempt. Hit the outside of the post to the right of Galeese and went away from the net. And then a shot from the right circle, and Sully Henson is stopped and covered up by Galeese at his left-hand post. 40 seconds left in the power play. 9:29 to go in the second. Still no goals on the board. Now 3-0 NBA over Clarksville. And they're in the second there. At Centennial, draw to the left of Galeese. And it was won by Ensworth, but a bad pass down pass with not enough juice down the right wing side, almost taken by Station Camp. Now the puck put out in front, but nobody in a white sweater can get to it. And it's cleared out by Mahaffey. Puck back in the Ensworth zone, brought out to center. Oh, poked away from Cam Fowler. Now brought back in by Dom DeMaria, who had to let it go before Fowler hit him. And now here's Lucas Tarquin, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Puck poked off his stick, but went towards the net and had to be steered away by Carter Galeese just to be safe. Penalty time against Station Camp is up. They're back at even strength. The Merritt Freeman out of the box. Right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Puts the puck in front. Oh, a terrific point-blank save by Ruben Allen on Dom DeMaria. As Hudson Honeybone, did he just get here? He's coming onto the ice. Hudson Honeybone just get here? Wow. But, man, a terrific save by Allen. Freeman put the puck in front for Dom DeMaria all alone, and Allen with a point-blank save to keep it 0-0 with 8:35 to go in the second. Drawby to his left. Won by Station Camp, but they couldn't keep it under their sticks. It's brought out to center, Henry Azer. Dumps it into the Station Camp zone in the left wing corner. Hudson Honeybone, his first action is to take a one-timer off the boards that goes off the left leg pad of Galeese. Now Honeybone with it again. Passes to the right circle, top of the right circle, and a shot turned away by Galeese. That was from Henry Azer. Puck still inside the Station Camp zone. Josh Peffer tried to backhand it out, held in by Azer just at the blue line. Now it's behind the net. Bryant Waddell whiffs, trying to whip it around the boards. It's out on the far side, out in the right wing corner. Will Copeland backhanding it up to the right point. Honeybone with it. Honeybone moving down the right wing, taking a shot over the net. And there's going to be a penalty, it looks like. Against who? It's going to be up against Station Camp, another penalty against them. Patrick Atmore to the box. I don't know what the call is. And the referee who made the call over at the Ensworth bench talking, I don't think he's given the signal yet. Has he told the scorekeeper what the penalty is? He's finally telling the scorekeeper what the penalty is, but I don't know what the signal is. They still haven't put the penalty time up on the board. And scorekeeper pushing on the buzzer button. .744 to go in the second. No goals on the board still. I don't see anybody in the box for Ensworth. Oh, it's a 2 and a 10 because Peyton Brogdon's going to come into the box and serve the 2. So it appears to be a power play for Ensworth. Draws to the right of Galeese. Station can't win it. Try and get it out of the zone, and they do. It's cleared out. Cleared out down ice by Bryant Waddell. Finally put the penalty time up on the board. Here's Hudson Honeybone through center. Back into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Now the puck on the far side. Clayton Roach pushed into the boards. Ensworth keeping it alive, but it comes to the slot, and it's cleared out by Bryant Waddell. On goal, very slowly on goal. Ruben Allen stops it and clears it out up the far side. Here's Clayton Roach back into the Station Camp zone. Trex Hooper trying to pass to the slot, deflected with the stick of Waddell, and passed out to the blue line from the left wing corner. But Hudson Honeybone couldn't get to it. It goes all the way back down the ice. That was Jax Dooner. Saxon Clements trying to set up from the left wing corner. 1 minute left in the power play for Ensworth. Here's Hooper back into the Station Camp zone on the left wing side. Passes to the blue line, Hudson Honeybone. Backhands it back to the left point. And Hooper passes across to Roach, moving down the right wing. Now skates back towards the blue line, passes it back out to Honeybone. Honeybone back to Roach, scaring it down the right wing. His shot blocked up into the air. Somehow didn't touch the rafters. Now the puck out at the blue line. Hudson Honeybone couldn't find it. And now on a breakaway is Dom DeMaria. Down the slot to the Ensworth net. A backhander score. Hudson Honeybone to the puck. Come up to the blue line. It went off his stick. He couldn't find it in his skates. Dom DeMaria grabs it, carries it all the way down, gets to the net, moves to the right-hand side, and backhands it in, and it's 1-0 Station Camp. With 25 seconds left in their penalty against them and 6:08 to go in the second, it's a short-handed goal. It is a short-handed goal for the Bison. Now the puck is brought back into the net, Station Camp zone, and it's shot over the net from in front by Cam Fowler. Puck behind the net. Passed up to the left point, but nobody's there. The only player at the blue line was Asher Warren, and he was in the middle of the ice. Penalty timing at Station Camp is up. They're back at even strength. Talon Gill sending the puck back into the Station Camp zone. Bryant Waddell picks it up in the left wing corner behind the net. Passes it ahead to Toby Mahaffey at center. Mahaffey leaves it for McLean. Gregory overskated it, left it behind him. Now Lucas Tarquin brings it back into the Station Camp zone, but he can't hang on to it. It's out at center. Brought back in by Ensworth. Andrew Grooms fires it around the wall and out. Unable to keep it alive at the right point was Lakoff. It's back in the Ensworth zone. Asher Warren tried to clear. Didn't hit it hard enough, and a shot from Toby Mahaffey stopped by Ruben Allen. Tommy Siciliano from the right circle fires it off of Allen, off of his right arm. Puck cleared out. It's back in the station camp zone. Andrew Grooms is going to get to it. Passes it up the near side to Tommy Siciliano, who deflects it back into the Ensworth zone for an icing. It went slowly down the ice, and Siciliano was just behind the red line when he deflected it. But it's called an icing no matter what. 4:47 to go in the second, 1-0 Station Camp. Draws to the right of Galeese. One by Ensworth, passed up to the left point. Hudson Honeybone, shot, stopped by Galeese off his right leg pad. Here's Honeybone again, passing it off to Tushke owns different horses, and he tried to get it back to the slot. It was taken away and cleared out. Sent back into the station camp zone on the far side. And station camp tried to clear it out. It hit the skates, I think, of Lackoff. Stayed in the zone, but now station camp have gotten it out. Josh Peffer crossing the red line, dumping it back into the Ensworth zone. Ruben Allen sending it to the near side. And Ensworth, and now here's Lackoff, left wing side of the station camp zone, but he's got nobody with him. Tries to put it out in front, intercepted by Gracie Clark, cleared away from the front of the net. Still in the zone, Peffer passing across to the far side, Gavin Cole. Lackoff all over him, decides to back down into the right wing corner, has to get away from Lackoff, and finally clears it out on the far side. Here's Hudson Honeybone, back into the station camp zone on the left wing side. Puts it in front, a one-timer. Oh, did that miss? It was Trex Hooper with a one-timer. I don't know if it missed. Now there's a save in the right circle by Galeese on a one-timer from Clayton Roach, and then he stops a rebound try from Trex Hooper right in front. I think Hooper may have missed the net in that first shot, though. It looks like he missed the net to the left. Out of the blue line, there's a shot. Takes the deflection, goes in! The initial shot came from William Towery at the blue line. It took a deflection, popped up into the air, and landed in the net. It's Trex Hooper leading the fist bump parade, so it must have been Trex. They're telling me it went off his head and went up in the air and landed in the net behind Carter Galeese, so it's 1-1 with 3:02 to go in the second. Puck in the station camp zone. Bison trying to get it out. Merritt Freeman clears it out up the near side. I don't know how that didn't touch the netting above the glass. It got close but didn't touch it. Now here's Clayton Roach back in the station camp zone with a backhander. Misses the net to the left, to the right of Galeese. Puck comes out to the right point, held in and carried down by Towery. Shot misses the net to the right of Galeese. Puck on the near side. Puck behind the net. And where is it? It's still behind the net. Sent around the boards to the near side. Going to be held in at the left point by Henry Azer. He'll drop it back down the wall, correct? Is that Azer? No, I think it's Asher Warren. Puck on the left wing corner. Still battling for it. Puck comes out to the left point. Asher Warren with another shot. And Galeese decides to scoop it up off the ice with his glove and hang on for the whistle. Minute 41 to go in the second. The game is tied at 1. Draw to the right of Galeese. One by Ensworth. Talongill shot in the left point, off some shins and past the net to the right of Galeese. Puck out on the far side. It's in the right wing corner. We get a whistle because the net, I think the net became dislodged. First time that's happened in this game. In the Hendersonville Outlaws game last Wednesday, it happened like 25 times. Drawby to the left of Galeese. Won by Ensworth, and a shot was blocked by an Ensworth player. It was Henry Azer with that shot that was initially blocked. Then he sent it to the front of the net. It was blocked by a Station Camp player and cleared out. It's back in the Ensworth zone. Azer behind his own net. Sending it around the near side boards and out to center. It's in the Station Camp zone. Dom Reitz can't find it. It's tapped past him by Logan Green. Puck fight around the boards to the far side. Final minute of the second now. Puck goes all the way back down into the Ensworth zone. Picked up by Talon Gill. And Talon Gill clears it out to center, but right to Andrew Grooms, who sends it back into the Ensworth zone. Wanted to carry it in, but Toby Mahaffey had to get back on side. Puck is behind the net, picked up by McLean Gregory. Mahaffey comes out to the left wing side, pushed into the left wing corner boards. 30 seconds left in the period. As McGregory moves up the boards, takes a shot that's turned away by Allen. And the puck cleared down ice by Station Camp. Icing waved off. It's a foot race. Gavin Cole's going to beat Austin Regal to it. Bank it off the near glass and out to center. Oh, and Mahaffey tried to leave it for Freeman, who skated past it. Now here's Andrew Grooms back in the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Trying to leave it for Freeman. Puck out in front. Oh, and it got away from Gregory. Oh, now it's held into the shot for Freeman. Stopped by Allen. And that's it for the second. As Station Camp nearly regained the lead right at the end of the period. So just about a minute past the halfway point of the period, Dom DeMario with a steal and a shorthanded goal. And then a strange one just a couple minutes later, scored by Trex Hooper off his head and in. So at the end of two, it is Station Camp, Liberty Creek, Nashville Christian, and Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA tied at 1 after 2. I'll be back with the start of the third period in a few seconds, but if you're listening on the podcast, we're going to go ahead and jump ahead to the start of the third. Ready to start the third and final period of this one. Carter Galeese still in goal for Station Camp. Ruben Allen still in goal for Ensworth. For this third and final period, Ensworth will carry the puck from my left to right, Station Camp from my right to left. Station Camp win the draw, get it into the Ensworth zone. William Towery with it, and he's going to send it just past the net to the right of Carter Galeese from halfway down his own zone, and that's an icing just 11 seconds in. Draw is going to be to the right of Ruben Allen. Ensworth with it. Hudson Honeybone sending it around the near side boards. And clearing it out is Jack Stooner. Merritt Freeman catches up to it. Passes to the far side. Sent ahead to center. Knocked down by the stick of Dooner. It's in the Ensworth zone. William Towery trying to clear. Now here's Honeybone down low. Passing it off to Lucas Tarquin. Tarquin backhands it to the far side. Pass to head to, I think, Cam Fowler, who cleared it out. That's back in the Station Camp zone. DeMaria passing to the far side off the stick of Mikey Bernier, and back into the Ensworth zone is in the right wing corner. Cam Fowler clears it out at the far side to center. Merritt Freeman grabs it. Freeman shields the puck from Jack Stooner and dumps it back into the Ensworth zone on the near side. Whipping on it behind his own net was Towery. He gets it back, backhands it over to Fowler. Past ahead to Jack Stooner, but off his stick and sent back into the Ensworth zone by Tommy Siciliano. Puck behind the net. Trying to clear it out is William Towery. It's held in, but then given away in the slot to Tushke Owns Different Horses. Passed ahead to Trex Hooper out at center, but it's Cam Fowler had it poked away. And now Fowler gets it back and backhands it back into the station camp zone on the far side. It's at the end boards. Picked up by McLean Gregory. Now it's out at center. Toby Mahaffey chips it back down the far side of the Ensworth zone to the end boards. Clearing attempt held in. McLean Gregory, his shot blocked from the left circle. He doesn't know where it is. It's cleared out of the zone by Logan Lakoff. In fact, it's cleared down the near side for an icing. 11:55 to go. Still 1-1. Let's check in at Centennial. It's now 7-0 MBA over Clarksville. Again, if Clarksville lose that game, they're out of GNASH Cup contention. If this game ends in a tie, the Outlaws and Mount Juliet will be eliminated from GNASH Cup contention. Shot from the top of the left circle, and Gavin Cole gloved and held on to by Ruben Allen. Patrick Atmore finally released from his 2-10. I still don't know what they called him for. I'm going to have to go to the play-by-play. What did he get a 2 and a 10 for? Because the referee never gave a checking from behind. Okay. Draw was to the right of Galeese. Ensworth trying to get it out. They do. Saxon Clemens pushed off the puck at center to Merritt Freeman. Freeman sends it back into the Ensworth zone. It's in the right wing corner. Puck is behind the net. The big battle for it behind the net. Puck still sitting up against the boards. Trying to wedge it loose, and Clemens wedges it loose by pushing up against Freeman. And cleared out by Ensworth. Now Trex Hooper, right wing side of the station camp zone, taking a shot, score! Trex Hooper from just inside the top of the right circle. Fires it through the legs of Gleason to the back of the net, and Ensworth had their first lead of the game. It's 2-1 Ice Tigers with 11:06 to go. Puck sliding down ice on the Ensworth goal, stopped by Ruben Allen. So at this point, the only team being eliminated from GNASH Cup contention tonight are Clarksville, and that's because they're losing to MBA. Hudson Honeybone knocked down, taking a shot in the station camp zone. Puck banked hard off the near side boards. Tommy Siciliano with it. Now the puck back in the Ensworth zone. Talon Gill passing it ahead to Austin Regal. Regal backhands it over to Logan Green. A right circle of the station camp zone. A shot turned away by Galeese. Puck on the near board. Station camp. Ensworth have been generating most of it for about the last two periods. Here's Talon Gill behind his own net. Leaving it for Hudson Honeybone. Honeybone passing it up the far side. And it's backhanded back into the station camp zone by Austin Regal. Puck sent to the near side boards by station camp, held in by Jack Stooner and sent back down to the right wing corner. Here's Cam Fowler. Oh, it went off the stick of Toby Mahaffey, came on goal. Gleason to keep it out with a left leg pad. Now Ensworth with it at center. Passed ahead to Jack Stooner, back into the station camp zone. Got around one defender, but couldn't keep the puck in his stick. Just held in at the blue line and dumped back down low by Cam Fowler. Now the puck out on the far side. Now a stretch pass up the near side, cross ice stretch pass up the near side to Merritt Freeman. Poked off his stick and cleared away by William Towery. And now a shot from Cam Fowler in the high slot of the station camp zone is gloved and held onto by Galeese. 9:07 to go, 2-1 Ensworth. It's now 8-0 NBA. So Clarksville will be knocked out of GNASH Cup contention even if Station Camp don't win this game. Draws to the left of Gillese. Station Camp at 16 points with 8 wins. The maximum number of puck cleared out of play by Josh Peffer on the far side. The maximum number of points that Clarksville can currently reach, 18 points from 9 wins. But when they lose this game to NBA, that's going to go down to 8 and 16. They've already played and lost to Station Camp. So they would be out on the basis of they would lose the head-to-head tiebreaker. Draw on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench. One to the Bison. Merritt Freeman brings it into the Ensworth zone, gets some space. Freeman in front of shot. He scores! What a job by Merritt Freeman. Jumped on that puck, carried it down the left wing, and fires it into the back of the net from near the right-hand post, and it's 2-2 with 8:54 to go. Wow. What a goal by Merritt Freeman. Ensworth win the draw, but it's poked away from Trex Hooper. Here's McLean Gregory. Right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Flips it through the air. It's in the left wing corner. Now Trex Hooper back into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Puts it in front for Roach. Oh, and stopped out. A terrific block on the line against Clayton Roach. I'm sorry, against Saxon Clements. And Gillese has it covered. Hooper carried it in, passed it off to Roach. His shot was stopped by Gillese, who slid up the crease. And then it was blocked in front of the net. The net was wide open for Roach to punch in the rebound. That shot was blocked. Then it came back up to the top of the crease. And Clements with a backhander that was stopped and covered up by Gillese. Wow. Ensworth nearly went back in front, but terrific defense keeps this thing still tied. Draw to the right of Gillese. Won by Station Camp. Passed up the far side. And it's Toby Mahaffey back in the Ensworth zone, trying to backhand it to the slot, intercepted by Saxon Clemens, brought out to center. He falls over under pressure from Siciliano, who clears the puck out of the Station Camp zone. Henry Azer passing across to Asher Warren off his stick. Tommy Siciliano backhands it back into the Ensworth zone. It's in the left wing corner. Puck behind the net. Peffer tried to put it in front, but it goes past Dom DeMaria, who is right at the left-hand side of the net. Here's Trex Hooper. Back into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Around the back of the net. Now a pass across to the near side to Tommy Siciliano, intercepted inside the Station Camp zone by Hudson Honeybone. Honeybone passing out to the blue line. Oh, but Talon-Gale couldn't get to it. It goes off the board, stays in the zone. And he'll send it down the kick plate to around the back of the net. Puck in the left wing corner. Comes out to the slot. Clayton Roach, high slot. Hudson Honeybone, a shot, misses the net to the right of Gillese. Roach to the left circle shot, score! The puck came back to Roach, standing right on the left face-off dot, and he fires it into the back of the net. Ensworth back in front, 3-2 with 7:12 to go. Draw one by Ensworth. Turned over at center to Andrew Grooms. Grooms back into the Ensworth zone, pushed into the boards. Puck in the left wing corner. And there's going to be a penalty against against Ensworth, And it's an interference call against Talon-Gale. So Station Camp back to the power play, down 3-2 with 6:58 to go. Draws to Reuben Allen's right. Puck out on the near side. Now Ensworth fire it down ice. It's in the left wing corner of the station camp zone. Merritt Freeman's going to get to it. Freeman. Oh, Cam Fowler comes in, tries to take the puck away from behind the station camp net. Now it's coming around to the far boards. Sent back the other way by Andrew Grooms. Picked up on the near side boards by Hudson Honeybone. Honeybone around the back of the net. Passes out in front, but no, it did not go up. There's going to be a penalty against Station Camp, though. Puck did not come to Cam Fowler, but it looks like we're going to have a penalty against Station Camp. Yep, there goes the penalty, or the power play, excuse me. Mikey Bernier to the box for hooking. So we'll have 75 seconds of 4-on-4, 6:13 to go in the game. Still 3-2 Ensworth. Draws to the right of Galeese. Won by Ensworth. Puck comes out to the blue line. Now at the right point, past the slot by William Terry. Knocked off the stick of Clay Roach. Held in by Hudson Honeybone. Honeybone moves to the far boards. Minute left in the 4-on-4. Passes to the right circle. William Terry. Pass across one different scores. Hooper with a hat trick. Passed across to Hooper, who one times it into the back of the net to complete his hat trick and give Ensworth a 4-2 lead with 5:53 left in the game and 55 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And Station Camp are going to call their timeout, and Keith Grooms is not a happy man. They have been outplayed by Ensworth in this game on offense. Ensworth have been the better team since about second period on, even though Station Camp scored that first goal in the second. That turnover that Dom DeMaria was able to carry down the middle of the ice right to the net and a backhand in. Minute 41 left on the penalty against Mikey Bernier. Trex Hooper with a hat trick. First goal went off his hat. Off his head, popped up into the air and landed behind Carter Galeese in the back of the net. And it looks like that NBA Clarksville game is done. NBA win 8-0, which means Clarksville are officially out of GNASH Cup contention, even if Station Camp lose this game, because Station Camp already have 16 points from 8 wins, and now Clarksville can only finish the season. The best they can do is 16 points from 8 wins, and like I said, they've already played and lost to Station Camp. Timeout done. Station Camp win the draw off the faceoff. Oh, and then a bad pass stolen by Clayton Roach. The net shot stopped. Andrew Grooms, weak pass, given right to Clayton Roach, who moves right to the front of the net, and his shot is stopped by the left leg pad of Galeese. Oh, and then Roach with a big hit on Grooms on the far side as the whistle had blown. I think there was an offside against Ensworth. And Roach is going to go to the box for roughing. So Station Camp are going to be on a 4-on-3 power play for 33 seconds. 5:31 to go in the game. 4-2 Ensworth. Draw is going to be to the left of Allen. Puck goes to the inboards off the draw. Station Camp Ensworth tried to clear and unable to hold it in the right point was Dom DeMaria. Off his stick and all the way back down to the inboards of the Station Camp zone. He'll pick it up and bring it to center on the near side. DeMaria. Oh, left it behind him, trying to move to the far side. Picked up by Gavin Cole, brought back into the Ensworth zone on the left wing side. Cole, round the back of the net. Puts it out in front, and a one-timer, unable to get a stick on it. I think it was Mahaffey. Puck cleared down ice by Ensworth. And the net is empty. Station Camp have emptied the net. Penalty, first penalty, the 4-on-3 is done. We're at 4-on-4 for now 40 seconds. And now is Freeman back into the Ensworth zone. Puck poked off his stick. Here's DeMaria. Pass the slot. Mayor Freeman shot, score! Freeman fires it into the back of the net for his second goal of the game. Station Camp get back one with the net empty. It's 4-3 Ensworth. With 4:43 to go, 31 seconds left of the 4-on-4. Galeese back to the net. It's 4-on-4 for 31 seconds, and then Station Camp will be Station Camp will be on the power play. Puck in the Station Camp zone off the draw, under 30 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Bryant Waddell on the near side at center. Passing across to the far side. Pushed on goal from behind the blue line by Tommy Siciliano, so Ruben Allen has to stop and cover. Under a minute left in the Clayton Roach penalty. And Carter Galeese is going to be brought back to the bench, so the extra attacker back out for Station Camp. Draws to Allen's left. So it's 5-on-4, but then when that Station Camp penalty ends, it'll be 6-on-4. 6 skaters on 4. Station Camp win the draw. Bryant Waddell near the top of the left circle. Passes down the left wing to Tommy Siciliano. Backhands it back up to the left point, Waddell. Waddell back down to Siciliano, deflected by an Ensworth stick. The stick of Asher Warren. Penalty time against Station Camp is up there now on the power play for about 30-odd seconds. Puck went out to center, sent back into the Ensworth zone, but all the Station Camp players had to get back on side. McLean Gregory on the near side at center. 20 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. Gregory crosses the red line, dumps it back into the Ensworth zone. Allen slides out of his net to the left to play it, and now it's back in the Station. Puck is behind the net. As Trex Hooper sends it across the front of the empty net. Tried the wraparound, but it went across the front of the empty net. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength. Puck back in the Station Camp zone. Siciliano tried to pass it out to the far side, intercepted by Clayton Roach, and he scores in the empty net. Siciliano tried to pass it out up the far side, but Clayton Roach intercepts and fires it into the empty net for his second goal of the game, and it's 5-3 Ensworth with 3:16 to go. And it is a final. NBA beat Clarksville 8-0. So Clarksville are out of the GNASH Cup race. But if this score holds up, they'll be the only one knocked out of the GNASH Cup race tonight. Mount Juliet, JP2, Mount Juliet, JP2, the Outlaws, and Indy will all survive another day. Although the Outlaws and JP2 could be knocked out on Wednesday. If the Outlaws lose to Ravenwood, they're out. And if JP2 lose to Mount Juliet, no correction. Well, yeah, they would be out. Yeah. Not doing the math right in my head. Puck out in front of the Ensworth net, but intercepted by Sully Henson. Passed ahead to Jax Dooner. Dooner back in the Station Camp zone, but offside. The puck got away from him, and he went over the line, and then as it came in, he touched it up. 2:42 to go, 5-3, Ensworth. There's going to be a penalty. There's a penalty against Ensworth. Okay. Jax Dooner to the box. I'm not sure what for. Draws to the right of Allen. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Dooner. So Station Camp back in the power play, down 5-3, and they got the net empty again. And Trex Hooper with a steal inside the Station Camp zone, but his shot attempt went off of Merritt Freeman. Now Freeman to center. Back into the Ensworth zone on the left wing side. Dumps it to the inboards. Puck out on the right wing corner. Now here's Trex Hooper from his own zone. Fires it out to center, but it hits Tommy Siciliano. And he'll chip it back into the Ensworth zone down the near side. Puck put out in front. Oh, and a save by Allen, point blank on McLean Gregory. Now the puck out in front, but Mahaffey can't find it. He didn't know where it was. He'll keep it in the zone at the right point, but the puck came to him right at the front of the net. He didn't know where it was. And now Trex Hooper with a shot attempt at the empty Station Camp net. It's blocked. Oh, and offside goes Station Camp. Josh Pfeffer fell over trying to stop at the blue line, slid across, and Andrew Grooms brought the puck in. 58 seconds to go on the power play. Minute 40 to go in the game. Still 5-3 Ensworth. Draw beyond the dot across from the Ensworth bench in front of the bleachers. Net still empty for Station Camp. 6 on. Puck in the Ensworth zone off the draw. And it's cleared out by Saxon Clemens. Gavin Cole with it. Passes up the far side, backhanded back into the Ensworth end. It's behind the Ice Tiger net. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Bryant Waddell couldn't keep it alive at the left point. It went past him. Now Gavin Cole in his own zone. 30 seconds left in the power play for Station Camp. Dom Namari, left wing side of the Ensworth zone. Couldn't keep the puck on his stick. Kept alive by Toby Mahaffey. But then it's taken away. Oh, and he takes it back from Saxon Clements. Mahaffey over to Gavin Cole. He whiffs on the shot attempt. Mahaffey picks it up. Keeps it in the zone. Mahaffey moving down the left wing with a backhander. Oh, went off the stick in front, off the stick of Pfeffer in front, and went past the net to Allen's right. Puck put out in front, intercepted and cleared. Down ice to the empty net. And it's in. I think that's Henry Azer with a goal there. An empty-netted a short-handed empty net goal. Just 1 second left on the power play for Station Camp. And Ensworth go up 6-3 with 43.7 seconds left, and they're going to win it. They're saying Asher Warren, but that looked like Azer to me. Was that Henry or was that Asher? It looked like a 2. It looked like a 2 was the beginning number. Here's a shot from Andrew Grooms in tight, stopped by Ruben Allen. And now a turnover at center. 30 seconds left. Puck brought back into the Station Camp zone. A slap shot missed the net to the left of Galeese. Got a piece of it. Taking that shot was Austin Regal. Puck still in the Station Camp zone. Puck out on the far side. Gavin Cole flipping it ahead to Toby Mahaffey. Mahaffey back into the Ensworth zone with time running out. Mahaffey with a shot stopped and held onto by Allen. 2 seconds to go. 6-3 Ensworth. They ought to just run the clock out. Draw is going to be to Allen's left. Draw one by Ensworth. And that's it. Ensworth have won 3 in a row. They're on a 4-game unbeaten streak. And their march back into the top 8 of the GNASH table now includes a big win over the league leaders as they beat Station Camp Liberty Creek 6-3. And that means the Outlaws, Mount Juliet, JP2, and Indy will stay alive in the GNASH Cup race at the end of the night. Hold on, let me type out these finals here. Like I said, even though Station Camp lost, they're currently at 16 points from 8 wins. And Clarksville can now only finish. The best Clarksville can finish is with 16 points from 8 wins, and they've already lost to Station Camp. So they're out on the head-to-head. And that also means, well, no, Rutherford can still be knocked into the Hine Cup at the end of the night. All right, let's talk about the scores for Station Camp. 2 goals from Merritt Freeman and the other from Dom DeMaria for Ensworth. Hat trick for Trex Hooper. 2 goals from Saxon Clements. And the other, I think, was from Henry Azer. The game sheet says Asher Warren, but I think it was Azer. But regardless, the player of the game is Trex Hooper with his hat trick tonight, as Ensworth win this one. And they're now 5-3-1 on the regular season with 11 points. They actually leapfrog Nolensville, who are playing Brentwood right now. A Nolensville win would put them back into the top 8 and push Ensworth back into 9th. Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian now 8-2-0 after the loss this evening. And that just made the GNASH Cup race even hotter. Because now if Ravenwood beat the Outlaws on Wednesday, they'll go back into the lead. Yeah. And well, actually, if Ravenwood do win, Mount Juliet would still be out. Yeah, Mount Juliet would still be out with a Ravenwood win. But they live tonight because of the Station Camp loss. All right. Coming up next will be Hendersonville beats Lawson taking on Independent Centennial. Pregame for that one beginning at 8:15. Puck drop scheduled for, pregame at 8:10. Puck drop scheduled for 8:15. Before we go, want to give on-air shout-outs to John and Leslie Hooper, the parents of Trex Hooper, and Jacqueline and McLean Towery, the parents of William Towery. They purchased the package of perks, our Buy Me a Coffee membership that has them listed in the GNASH newsletter, which is published almost daily. They're getting this on-air shout-out for any and all Ensworth games I cover, and they're getting this game plus any and all Ensworth games I cover as a downloadable MP3. As Ensworth Nolensville-Lipscomb beats Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian. Or Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA. Yeah, it was Hal Gill. It was a heck of a game to call, Hal Gill. Nice to see you. Ensworth-Lipscomb-CPA beats Station Camp Liberty Creek-Nashville Christian 6-3. And that means instead of 4 teams being knocked out of GNASH Cup contention, only one, Clarksville, got knocked out because they lost to MBA. All right, going to take a break in the broadcast of this one and come back at 8:10 for the start of Hendersonville beats Lawson against Independent Centennial. Bye for now.